Hello, this is Aaron from Lo-Fi and D.I.Y, and I'm pretty excited to bring to you something I've been working on for a very long time. I actually have been trying for years to make a 600 SE to Instax Wide back. There's lots and lots of challenges involved. Though I know it can be done in different ways, my parameters were very specific and very challenging. I wanted to make sure, first off, that it was motorized. I know that there's a couple of ones I've seen online where they actually have a manual crank with this, including, of course, the Bel Air back. So that's one parameter. I wanted it to be motorized. The second parameter is that I wanted it to shoot up as well as down. So basically the Bel Air back and several other backs actually eject it down, putting the border on the top of the Instax film instead of the border being on the bottom of the Instax film. I also wanted it to be done with absolutely no modifications, including not removing the viewfinder eyepiece. Again, that's something that has been done, and I think it was clever. I liked it, but I want to be able to change back and forth between all the backs without actually altering the camera. So that was another challenge. All of these challenges together made it very difficult for me to complete this project. And it has been over all this time that I've finally gotten to the point where I've got a solution for myself that I feel happy with. It is by no means a perfect solution. A perfect solution would be that the orientation is correct and it's exactly centered with the viewfinder. This one is the viewfinder. The image plane is down a little bit because of the viewfinder, I should say, but that can easily be adjusted by masks or just simply knowing that you're looking through the image to take the shot the appropriate way. Okay, so one other aspect of it, though, that has been challenging, and this is why it took so long, is when I'm shooting it, orienting it the correct way, shooting with the film going up, obviously it cannot be done perfectly because of the viewfinder window in the way. So what I have is a removable feed channel right here. And what you have to do is you have to actually, when you put in an Instax Wide piece of, when you put in an Instax Wide pack, what you have to do essentially is sacrifice the first shot. And what I mean by that is, and I will show you, what I mean by that is you sacrifice the first shot because the first shot is the dark slide, then the next one will be exposed. The reason for this is the dark slide actually has something built into it so that it can't bend. It's very stiff, and so I had no solution to that. The way I have this working is a channel that actually bends the film temporarily, of course, as it's coming out. And the Instax film is extremely flexible, very much like the early Polaroid films. And I really got my inspiration for creating this bend from the Polaroid Captiva. And the Polaroid Captiva actually fully bends at 180 degrees, bends the film 180 degree turn. So I figured a quarter turn could work, and after experimenting with several packs, I see no degradation on the sides, no delam, no problem whatsoever with this bend. Okay, so it does indeed work. Okay, and I also include with this, if you want to shoot upside down, like the old Bel Air back, I include a separate guide. So this is the guide for upside down. That way it sits flat on the tabletop when you have this in place. And let's go ahead and just take all this off, and you can take a look at that. As per usual, just release these locking lugs on either side. You can move the camera aside for now. Okay. And nothing new here. This is just simply the actual back. Okay. I have it so that you just simply press that down and lock it in place. Press it down to unlock. Okay. And you'll see on the back what I was talking about. The image is actually lower, but that's only so it can fit on the back and clear the viewfinder area. This part right here, the top part, snaps in and out. This part right here, see it snaps in and out. I'll just pull it off like that. It's a friction fit. That's what this is. It's a friction fit. And that guides it away from the viewfinder. And then that's what you're left with. Now, before I move on to this particular one, I just want to point this out. This right here, the felt area, can still be gently pried off if you need to clean your rollers. You get in there with a little tiny screwdriver, pop it up, that comes out so you can clean it with your rollers. Okay, so for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this oriented upside down. Okay, so first thing first, we go ahead and we place this in place like this. We snap it in like that. Now it's in place. Okay, and now this is ready just to hook up with the lugs to the back of the camera, but facing down instead of up. So right there, if I lock it in, okay. So now when you use it, it shoots like a Bel Air. It sets the image straight down. Comes out that flange right there. But the nice part is because of the height of that, it can sit perfectly flat on a tabletop. It doesn't jut out in any way. Okay, so now let's pop that off. And I'll show you the way I like to shoot it. Okay, this one's going to be the sacrificing a shot part. I'll show you now. Okay, lay this part aside, like that. This is one where you sacrifice a shot so you get 9 images shooting straight up. And like I said, the reason you're sacrificing a shot is because the dark slide will not go through the curved chamber. Okay, so I've got my new pack, and I orient it appropriately like this. Okay, there we go. And now I'll close it. Okay, now before I actually put this on, I'm just going to eject the dark slide. So I go ahead and I push this button, eject the dark slide out of there, and you will see, when I flip it around, that I have sacrificed a shot. See that right there? I've sacrificed that shot. Okay. Now, I go ahead and I put this in place. Okay. And then I just slide it in and snap it in place. Okay. And so now, when I've got this in place, go ahead and put it right back on. Tighten it up on both sides. And I'll go ahead and shoot the first shot. Or actually, I guess it doesn't matter if I shoot the first shot. I just, let's see. Just demo real quick. Okay. Okay, so if I'm just aiming off randomly, and I shoot the shot. Okay. I eject, and you'll see it curve. See it curved out. Okay. And the curve actually doesn't do anything to the film at all. The film is very flexible, just like the old Captiva film. So it can handle that little turn there. Now, one thing to keep in mind with that particular process, though, and this is not a bad thing, if you like, what you can do is take your sacrifice shot. Well, actually, this one is my sacrifice shot since that's my first shot. This won't turn out at all. But you take this sacrifice shot now, and you save it. And then if you want to just process a bunch of packs of film for this particular back, you can slide these in place of the dark slides on the new packs of film, and then you don't sacrifice any shots. So you just simply go put your hands in a changing bag and replace the dark slide with these, and then that way you actually have your full 10 shots and you don't waste any more. But if you don't want to do that and you're on vacation or something like that and you don't have access to the bag, or you just don't want the hassle, I figure for me it's a very tiny price to pay for just simply getting what I want, which was an automatic eject on the 600 SE. It's a lot of fun to shoot with. A couple of ones that I've done in the basement just a few minutes ago. Might be kind of hard to see. Let's see. Wait for it to focus there. Okay. Now I do use expired film a lot because I think it's interesting and creative. You'll see it on some of these with the dark smears. I'm sorry, the light smears. I actually like that effect. So there are no light peaks on this unit. This is just my expired film packs that I like to play with. Sometimes I will get a pack of film that somebody has opened and taken the dark slide out of, and when they touch it or handle it, it presses down and creates a gap. Okay. I really like this one. This is actually in my studio, in my basement studio. I actually have leaves growing in through the window, and I kind of can't bring myself to cut them. They're so pretty. And if you look closely in this picture here, there's a little gargoyle right up there in the corner. But and sadly, every manner of instrument is on my work table, so that's some of my melodeons that I have there. So, in summation, and actually I should point this out, AAA batteries, you will find that none of my instant backs have rechargeable batteries. If you want rechargeable batteries, buy a rechargeable AAA. The reason I do that, it's very intentional. Those of us who did not grow up with cell phones find it exceedingly annoying when things have to be charged sometimes over the course of 30 minutes, an hour, every time we run out of charge. We think that some of us, I speak for some of us, we think that actually having changeable batteries is extremely convenient. That's one of the reasons I like the Nikon digital SLR. Their battery packs are rechargeable, but they're also easily removable, so you can swap them out and you don't lose any time with your shots. So AAA's right here, takes 4 AAA's, very simple. You'll notice with ejection, again, with all of my stuff, the keep it simple rule is in place. I like everything to be very simple, very few switches, I don't have extra gears. I created the transmission so it will fit. I like to keep it very simple, and in this case it's a momentary switch that you just simply hold until it ejects, and it doesn't have an automatic shut off, but it also makes sure that it doesn't just get stuck and start spitting out all your film, that sort of thing. So I am very excited about this particular one. Like I said, it's been on the back burner for me for a very long time, and I'm proud to introduce it. So thank you very much.